In this lesson, we'll take a look at two real-life scenarios. In the first scenario, arrow function can solve problems for us, but in the second one, arrow function will cause us problems. The person object has one property, message, and one method, say. The say method can access the message property via this.message. Let's create a second method, say later. The new method will output the message property with a 2-second delay. The delay is created by the setTimeout function. Its first argument value is a callback function. Here we create this callback using a traditional function. Inside the callback, we console log this.message. Have you noticed any problems? Like we said before, this in a normal function will always point to the window object. This.message here is the same as window.message. As a result, we won't be able to output the message property. We can see the result we got is undefined. If we create this callback using an arrow function, we won't have this problem. The arrow function will inherit the this from the sayLater method. This in the sayLater method points to the person object. As a result, this.message in the arrow function equals person.message. Next, let's take a look at another scenario. This time, arrow function will cause us problems. We have an array and an object here. We iterated over the array using for each. The callback used by for each is created by a traditional function, so this in it still points to the window object. The second argument of the for each method allows us to reset this of the callback. Let's set it to the fruit object. Now, this in the callback points to the fruit object, which means we can operate it via this. Let's insert all array elements into the fruit object as properties. We create the property name based on the element index. We can see our program works. Now all array elements have been added into the fruit object. Next, let's switch the callback into an arrow function. Arrow function does not have its own this. We cannot reset something that does not exist. As a result, we won't be able to operate the fruit object via this anymore. So in this scenario, using arrow function will actually cause us problems.